Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and welcome to another episode of the EPL Index Transfer Daily. It's Monday, the 5th of August, ladies and gents. Most teams now are back from their tours, aren't they? Be it of the US, the Far East, wherever they've been. It's a couple of weeks until the season starts, and most teams seem to be accelerating a little bit. And the only real place to start is at Chelsea, because Fabrizio Romano and a few others now starting to report that Conor Gallagher has agreed personal terms with Atletico Madrid. Obviously, there's been that whole furore, hasn't there, about him not being allowed to train with the team, him getting offered a contract finally by Chelsea, turning it down because of everything that's happened. But the suggestions are that one might be on. So we'll have to see what happens with Conor Gallagher. Sky Sports have said that Chelsea might move for Matt O'Reilly, the Danish midfielder at Celtic, as a replacement if, as expected, the deal goes through as well. The Liverpool defenders, current and former, are mentioned a lot. So Joe Gomez yesterday, Paul Joyce of the Times, wrote that actually after the whole part around him being part of the Anthony Gordon swap deal with Newcastle, that he's now happy to stay and fights for his place and wants to become a key person or key starter under Arne Slot, the new head coach there. And John Matip, funnily enough, the Sky Germany said he is now a target for Bayer Leverkusen. Could he leave Liverpool to join the German champions on a free? Interesting ones as well, a couple for Chelsea. There's still no agreement with Napoli. This is Corriere dello Sport, an Italian one. No agreement with Napoli for Victor Osimhen, that they are very much trying to do that deal where Romelu Lukaku goes one way, him the other way, but he's not that keen, apparently, on moving to Chelsea, which may explain potentially why Sky Germany's also got that Chelsea lead the race at the moment, or actually, to be fair, lead the race with Borussia Dortmund ahead of Villa for Hoffenheim's 21-year-old forward Max Bayer. Now, he was at the Euros, didn't play, did he? So will Chelsea get their forward finally that way? West Ham, you're expecting a busy day or so, aren't you? Obviously, Somerville came in over the weekend, but we're expecting the medicals for Fulkrug, I think it's pronounced, isn't it? And for Guido Rodriguez to be complete. So we expect those to be announced anytime today, according to various outlets. Somebody might be leaving the capital, though. AC Milan, apparently, according to Fabrizio Romano, have finally made a bid for Emerson Royal, the Brazilian fullback at Tottenham. 25 years old. That one's been brewing all summer, so we'll see what happens there. Federico Chiesa as well. Now, he is one that Juventus basically said not part of the plans, that the new manager Thiago Motta, didn't take about 7 or 8 players on their tour, their pre-season tour with them, and he said no, they're not part of the plans. Chiesa has a year left, and as the Mail and others report, Spurs, Arsenal, United, there's a lot of clubs who were interested, mainly because he's got a year left, hasn't he? I'm not sure he was the player he wants because of injury, which is such a shame, but a year left, you wonder if you can get him a pretty knockdown fee. You wouldn't be surprised if he ends up in the Premier League by any means. Jared Brantwaite as well. Football Insider saying that as much as he is now not going to United, that Everton still may have to sell because of their financial issues. So we'll have to see if anything brews there. Quite a few stories around the double deal that United is still trying to do, aren't they, for Mazraoui and De Ligt at Bayern. So we'll see how that one develops. At the same time, United even reports that might have no proper strikers available for the start of the season. So suggestions Sancho or Bruno Fernandes could be asked to play that role right at the start. There is stories galore. Liverpool linked with Soler, a youngster, Lannis, a left-back Argentinian, currently, was, I would say, in the Argentinian Olympic Games squad. They just got knocked out, so we'll see if anything develops on that one. And probably the most interesting one to finish off, there's a lot of speculation around this one. Dominic Solanke, the Spurs and Arsenal, according to different outlets, mainly Spurs, are very interested, as I'm reading here, in the former Liverpool man. The reason I'm saying former Liverpool man, negotiations are apparently taking place, according to certain reports I'm reading, and Spurs are trying to get him around the 60 million mark. Bournemouth looking for the full 65 million as per in clause. Why are Liverpool interested? Because Liverpool are due 20% of any profit made at the same time as well. Now, they sold him to Bournemouth for 19 million plus add-ons. So, I mean, even if he goes for 60 million, then, you know, look at those figures there. Liverpool, the best part of 8-9 million there to them. So they wouldn't mind that deal happening at all. As much as probably Spurs fans wouldn't. And Spurs fans, there's a few articles as well, it's fair to say, linking you with players Neto, Solanke. So we'll see if your business accelerates at the same time. There's a lot going on, ladies and gents. We also saw a few Ornstein bombs. Liverpool rejected a bid for Fabio Carvalho for £15 million, saying they want a far higher amount. So we will see what happens there. There's a few Calvin Phillips stories, as there always is, it seems to be, all the time. It feels like it's going to be a busy week, as we said. All the players are back now, pretty much. There's a few at the Olympics still, but your Copa, your America stars are back. Euro stars are back. Clubs are back in the UK from their foreign overseas tours. We expect business to build. We'll see what happens, ladies and gents. But on Monday, the 5th of August, that was your EPL Index Transfer Daily.